India is slated to host the mega event G20 on the 9th and 10th of September. 43 world leaders with numerous delegates will attend the 18th G20 Summit. The national capital, New Delhi, has undergone massive makeovers. Security has been amped up and traffic restrictions will be implemented in the lead up to the summit. So what will happen in Delhi in these 2 days and who all are going to be coming? What routes will be open and what metro stations will remain shut? The next few minutes, we will be your guide for the event. So keep watching and do hit that like and subscribe button. First, let's quickly brush up on what exactly is the G20. Now, G20 stands for the Group of 20, which comprises of the world's 20 largest economies. India, China, USA, European Union, Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, France, Germany, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, South Korea, Mexico, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, Turkey, as well as the United Kingdom. The G20 was founded in 1999 after the Asian financial crisis as a forum for finance ministers and central bank governors to discuss global economic and financial issues. Today, these nations together account for around 80% of the global economic output, approximately 75% of the global exports, and 60% of the world's population. The 18th G20 Summit will be held in New Delhi under the theme Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, One Earth, One Family, One Future. India has hosted over 200 meetings in over 50 cities across 32 different work streams. And this meeting will be a culmination of all the G20 processes and meetings held throughout the year. Now moving forward, let's tell you where this summit is happening in Delhi. The venue for the G20 meeting is the newly built Bharat Mandapam at Pragati Maidan. The delegates will also visit Rajghat, the National Gallery of Modern Art, and the Indian Agricultural Research Institute in Pusa during the summit. Who all will attend the summit? US President Joe Biden, UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and French President Emmanuel Macron will be attending the event. However, according to media reports, both Russian President Vladimir Putin and Chinese President Xi Jinping are likely to skip the event, while their foreign ministers will represent their countries. Who are the special invitees? At every summit, the host country invites countries and institutions that are not members of the G20. India's special invitee guest countries this year are Bangladesh, Egypt, Spain, among others. G20 has also invited international organizations like the UN, IMF, WHO, among others. So what will happen at the summit? US President Joe Biden's arrival on the 7th of September will mark the beginning of the summit. A bilateral meeting between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Biden is expected on September 8th. The agenda of that meeting is still unknown. The remaining leaders will arrive on September 8th and the summit will commence on September 9th. Now, there will be a ceremonial reception for all the leaders individually at the Bharat Mandapam. Then there will be 3 sessions based on the G20's theme, namely One Earth, One Family, One Future. And at the same time, a visit to the Agricultural Research Institute at Pusa and the National Gallery of Modern Art have been scheduled for the spouses or partners of the leaders. The day will conclude with a grand gala dinner hosted by President Draupadi Murmu at the Bharat Mandapam. The next day, all the leaders will visit Rajghat to pay tribute to Mahatma Gandhi and will participate in a plantation drive at the summit venue. The summit will close with a session titled One Future, culminating the symbolic handover of the G20 presidency to Brazil. Brazil, which will assume chair starting on the 1st of December. Now, what are the guidelines for schools and offices? All private and government offices in Delhi will remain closed on September 8th up until the 10th, as the Delhi government has declared it as a public holiday. All banks and commercial establishments, including markets in the New Delhi district, will be shut during these 3 days. However, all medical shops, hospitals, grocery shops, milk booths and vegetable and fruit shops will remain open throughout the city, according to the Delhi Traffic Police. Online food delivery services will also not be available in the NDMC or New Delhi Municipal Corporation area. And remember, there won't be any lockdown in the city. Online food delivery will not be available only in the NDMC area. And how will the G20 Summit affect the traffic movement in Delhi? Between the 7th to the 11th of September, certain traffic regulations have been put in place in Delhi. General traffic, including all types of commercial vehicles and buses already present in Delhi, shall be allowed on the Ring Road and a road network beyond the Ring Road towards the borders of Delhi. However, city bus services like the DTC will not be available in the New Delhi area. The entry of heavy to medium and light goods vehicles into Delhi will also be barred. Movement of passengers to the airport, railway station and ISBTs will be operational even during the G20 Summit. But there can be congestions while going towards the airport via the road, so authorities have requested commuters to keep sufficient time in hand while planning their travel. Vehicles dealing with housekeeping, catering, waste management for hotels and hospitals and other important installations in New Delhi district will be allowed after verification. Outside the jurisdiction of the NDMC area, the flow of general traffic will remain unaffected with the exception of the National Highway 48. And due to the security reason, only residents and those in essential service jobs will be allowed to enter the New Delhi district. Other places will also be highly regulated. And if you face any difficulty in finding a particular route, you can always contact Delhi Police's special G20 virtual desk on this website. Now, metro rail services shall also remain available to commuters, mostly at all metro stations. However, boarding and deboarding at the Supreme Court metro station will not be permitted. And metro stations like Khan Market, Delegate and Munirka will remain completely closed from the 8th to the 10th of September. Let's look at railway restrictions. The Northern Railway has decided to cancel and divert over 200 passenger train services temporarily from the 8th to the 11th of September. According to the schedule, over 90 train services have been cancelled on September 9th and more than 100 passenger trains will be cancelled on September 10th as well. Now, most of these trains run from Delhi to South Haryana's Sonipat, Panipat, Rohtak and Palwal routes. Security measures during the G20 Summit. Delhi will be on high alert during the summit and as many as 700 Central Reserve Police Forces or CRPF personnel will be responsible for the security of the 43 foreign leaders. More than 450 quick response teams of the police and disaster management units will be stationed at the G20 Summit. Also, we'll have around 66 fire tenders which will be parked at the G20 venue and the designated hotels. The Indian Army's anti-sabotage team, which comprises of more than 5,000 personnel, will help in keeping Delhi safe. 69 sniper dogs from the K9 squad of the police will also be placed at critical sites across Delhi. As per News 18 reports, bomb disposal, anti-drone, anti-biological and chemical weapon units will also all be on standby. The anti-drone unit with specialized guns and jamming devices will be stationed at the G20 venue as well.